See, the question that Vijaya Akka is asking is, in the last satsang, actually during the quiz program, which was conducted on the 20th of June, the question was, for what reason was Swamiji asked to do 4 more years of tapas? And the answer was that because he asked his guru, Jangamadevara, see, it was Jangamadevara who appeared to him on the 7th of August 1949 when Satyaraju's age was just 14 years, right? And then it was Jangamadevara who made him sit in tapas. Then during the tapas, each time he completed the tapas to one of the directions, Lord Shiva used to appear to him in a different form, which is the camphor white form, okay, Karpura Gauram, that form. But then again, periodically, his own guru, that is Jangamadevara, used to appear in front of him and then guide him, tell him to which direction to face, when to shift, and all that. Okay. So that time, after the end of the Dik Tapas, 8 years are over, Jangamadevara appeared in front of Sathyaraju, and Satyaraju asked him a question. Sometimes you appear in front of me and you talk to me. You are dark complexion, and sometimes, at other times, okay, there is another person who appears in front of me, who manifests in front of me. That person has a complexion that is like camphor, karpura, and he looks very beautiful, and he has serpents around his neck. He also appears sometimes. So who are you and who is he? This is the question that Satyaraju asked him. So then Jangamadevara, his guru, told him, oh, so you are not still clear as to who am I and who that person is? Continue the tapas for another 4 years. Okay? This is what actually happened, and this is what we said during the quiz. Now, Vijaya's question is, why did Jangamadevara get annoyed with Satyaraju when he doubted if Jangama was the same as Shankara Bhagavan? Is that such a big offense that his tapas was increased by 4 years? If a disciple has a doubt, he has only his guru to approach for clearing doubts. So what is wrong with it? Does anyone want to share the answer to this question?
Okay, I feel the only the reason that I can think of is that maybe it's not as a punishment, but Lord Shiva wanted him to have no doubts, absolutely, be clear with everything. So he wanted that level of perfection, and for us, if we ask some question to Swamiji might just say, just meditate, you will find out. So, but when it comes to Swamiji, who's going to be the teacher of the whole world, so I think for that level of responsibility, Lord Shiva wanted him to do an additional 4 years of tapas, or 4 years of tapas to gain that level of clarity, maybe.
Yeah. No, you gave almost the same answer, Amma, that I wanted to give. I'm just using different words, that all.
Okay.
First I would like to ask Vijayaka, what makes you think that Jangamadevara was annoyed?
No, because the way the answer was that do 4 years tapas. So it's
so you think that tapas is punishment?
No, if he had told do 4 years tapas, simply I don't think like that. Because he asked doubt, so he told him to do that.
No, but see, until then he had done 8 years of tapas. Was that also punishment? For what? He's being asked to do another 4 years of tapas. What makes you think that is punishment?
No, because he asked doubt, and based on that he told to do, so I am thinking like that. Otherwise I won't.
Exactly. Okay. Now compare it with this. a student has completed his bachelor's, okay, he asks a question, so he is asked to do his master's. So you think doing master's is a punishment? Or doing bachelor's itself is a punishment? Education is a punishment? What do you say, Akka?
No, the thing is, no, I don't mind. Even if he had asked him to do 10 years, it is okay. But it seemed like as if because he asked that question and so he was made to do. That is my problem.
Yeah, see,
See, it will put off sadhakas that, okay, tomorrow if I want to ask my guru some question and
yeah,
he is going to get annoyed, I will not feel comfortable asking him questions. No,
no,
that's
but
why.
no, you are assuming that he is getting annoyed. See, that's exactly what now Sangeeta Akka said. If you ask a question of Swamiji, he'll say, meditate and you'll get the answer. So is that a punishment? No, okay, no. That's the method of learning. Okay, now when we complete a course of 5 years of engineering, we learn so much. It's not a punishment, right? We are learning a technology. If I want to learn more, I have to go and do my masters. If I want to learn still more, I have to go and do my PhD in that particular subject. We cannot take it as punishment, right? It is the method of obtaining the knowledge, learning. So here also the same thing happened. Okay. Now, so the fact is what? That Satyaraju, who has performed 8 years of tapas, as per the directions of the Guru, who appeared in the form of Jangamadevara, and who had the darshan of so many other gods and goddesses in each direction, including Lord Shiva himself in his original form. And yet, he entertained a doubt in his mind as to who is Jangamadevara and who is that other person who is white complexioned. Okay, ma? Now look at this. Okay, so keep that aside. How many of us chant Guru Brahma, Guru Vishnu, Guru Devo Maheshwara? At least every bhajan we chant that, right? How many of us understand that? Many of us. Most of us understand that. Understanding, I mean by language, right? We know Guru, we know Brahma, we know Vishnu, we know Maheshwara. Do we? But how many of us really believe, have the conviction that, yeah, the Guru himself is Brahma, the Guru himself is Vishnu, the Guru himself is Ishvara, Mahadeva? How many of us have that conviction? How long does it take to chant that Guru Brahma, Guru Vishnu? A few moments, right? Is that enough? Does that mean that we have understood that? We have realized that? Mere chanting or mere reading a book doesn't really give you the knowledge, right? If that was the case, I mean, I am talking about even normal earthly sciences that we talk about, right? Engineering, which I had done, right? Electronics and communication engineering. What was the need to go to the college? What was the need to attend lectures? I could have simply read a book and I would have become an engineer, right? No, that remains bookish knowledge. I had to go to the lab, conduct the experiments, understand how devices behave. Understand what? That is when I became an engineer, a qualified engineer. So I could go and work for a company. I could write code. I could understand how devices work. I could design equipment with devices. Right? In the same way here, merely chanting Guru Brahma, Guru Vishnu doesn't really mean anything. I mean, it might get you some punya. That is different, right? But realizing that the Guru himself is Sakshat Parabrahma, that takes tapas. Okay? Now let me give you an example. So what I'm saying is, in that 8 years, yes, Sathyaraju has performed Dik Tapas. But his guru wanted him to perform another 4 years of tapas. So he completes the Yuga tapas, 12-year tapas. And that is when he'll be qualified to do the mission work, the mission that Lord Shiva had in mind, for which he made him do the tapas originally, right? So the qualification, that is the learning that Sathyaraju got in that 8 years of tapas was not sufficient. Okay? If it were sufficient, then he would have known by himself without having to ask that the Guru himself is Lord Shiva. Both are the same. He didn't understand that. Saying that you understand that is quite simple, right? But no, this is not understanding also. This is realization that they two are the same. The Guru himself is Lord Shiva. For that realization to happen, he had to do another 4 years of tapas. Okay. Now just consider this example. Okay. Many of you must have watched the video that Anirudh shared in the WhatsApp group of Yashoda Akka narrating her experience, right? So, in the first meeting, in the sense when the first time when Swamiji talked to her face to face, called her and talked to her, Swamiji asked Yashoda Akka, "What do you want?" Then Yashoda Akka told him, "I want to see Lord Shiva in the human form." Right? Then Swamiji said, "You will have to do tapas. 12 hours a day. You'll have to do it for 12 years." And after that, Yashodakka came to Bangalore. She spent a lot of time. She lived at the ashram along with Swamiji. She served Swamiji. She sacrificed everything, her whole life for Swamiji, in service to Swamiji. Right? She did a lot of work at the ashram. She also did a lot of sadhana. She also contributed a lot to the mission, to several ashrams of Swamiji, even after the Mahasamadhi. And she is continuing her service at the Adivarapeta ashram. You know what she says now? "Oh my God, I didn't realize that Swamiji himself was Lord Shiva. I know it now, after the Mahasamadhi of Swamiji." Do you understand, Ma? A person who has done so much service, so much dedication, sacrificed her whole life, and yet she has to say it now, after Swamiji's Mahasamadhi. "I asked Swamiji, my Guru, for a darshan of Lord Shiva, but I didn't know that he himself was Lord Shiva in front of me. I served him day and night, but at that time I didn't realize that he was Lord Shiva." Now, if that is the situation of a devotee who has dedicated so much, who has done so much, imagine the case of the rest of us. Where are we? Do you understand, Ma? How difficult it is and what it takes to realize who our Guru is, what our Guru is. Okay? How many of us have actually seen Brahma, Vishnu and Maheshwara? How many of us know what is their value, what is their worth? What do we mean by comparing the Guru to them, and what do we mean by saying that the Guru himself is the Trinity? Do we understand that? We recite this sloka every day, right? But do we really understand that? Do we realize that? Have we realized that? Now that takes tapas. Okay? That is what Jangamadevara asked Satyaraju to do. 4 more years of tapas, meaning 4 more years of learning the spiritual science. Then he learned that his guru was none other than Lord Shiva himself. Is that clear, Ma? Further
Yes,
questions?
and I think he also learned that he himself was Lord Shiva.
Who? Swamiji himself.
Yeah, I mean, he himself was Lord Shiva, then why he had to.
What? Why he had to what?
I mean, he himself was he after tapas he should have realized that also, no, that he was
He did
himself
know.
Lord Shiva.
What's the meaning of Atma Sakshatkara?
Yeah, so that
So,
came.
no, come on, speak up.
No, I mean, he is not only Lord Shiva, he is also Brahma, Vishnu, Maheshwara, everything.
Yes,
Brahma means everything, no, not just
yes,
Lord Shiva.
yes. And what about you? Who are you?
Me,
What
I
are
am
you?
not even Dhyana, so I can't even think of anything.
No, no, ma. But see, when they say Atma and Atma Sakshatkara, we are all also the same, right? Whatever is Swamiji, each of us is that.
Yeah, but
The
we
only thing
have
is
to
we
do
don't know it, right? We have not realized it yet. So we live in this darkness. We live in this ignorance, the darkness of ignorance, right? Am I right? Do you agree or
Yeah, yes,
am I
now
saying
we
something
have to.
wrong?
No. We have to do tapas. Swamiji
Yeah,
did
to
tapas
realize that.
on
It is
Lord
not
Shiva.
that you and me are not Lord Shiva,
Hmm.
but to realize that we are Lord Shiva, it takes tapas, okay?
Yeah. Yeah, Anna, thank you so much for clarifying that.
Okay,
I'm clear now.
okay.